Hi, and welcome to the second ever live broadcasting of the Triggered Newscast. Today is March 17th, 2019. I got some great stuff for you today. So, if you haven't seen it yet, the first thing I did today was create the first ever Where's Waldo Ruth Bader Ginsburg edition. And it's probably, in my opinion, the most interactive video I've ever made, and maybe the only quote unquote video game on YouTube. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, please check it out. I'm going to throw a link up here in the cards. And basically, the pinned comment from me gives you the instructions. You can skip through the video to the different pictures and track your time with the polls. And then comment your time. What we're looking for is someone who gets the lowest time, and maybe I'll come up with some kind of prize to send to you. Maybe some Where's Waldo Ruth Bader Ginsburg stickers. If you guys like that idea, let me know down in the comments. Maybe I'll give that a shot. And other than that, I also want you guys to check out the Ruth Bader Ginsburg documentary I made. If you haven't, I'll also link that down in the description. But the other big dropping news from last night is the George Soros story. George Soros being arrested in Guatemala, supposedly. I haven't been able to confirm that just yet. But I have thrown up that video last night. If you haven't seen that yet either, please give it a look. Apparently, he was arrested regarding child sex trafficking, and it was reported not only in CNN and Fox News, but it was strung all over Twitter. So I've seen a lot of evidence. I've seen several videos where the sound was cut. I'm not sure if that sound was cut on purpose or if it was just error on the part of the YouTube streamer. So please check that out. I'm going to add the red siren that's on the Ruth Bader Ginsburg photo to the George Soros post. And you subscribers, you new listeners, when you check back in every day and you go to my channel, I'm going to move that siren around to the video I think needs the most attention. So if you don't always get the notification, ring the notifications, but I know sometimes the YouTube algorithm just doesn't give you notifications. So check back every few days, look through the channel. And other than that, there's some more big news going on with the Clinton Foundation, with Senator Graham. They're really pushing hard for his arrest. So I'm not sure when we're looking at Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation, what was going on with Comey, LORETTA, LYNCH, the Justice Department. That's all going to be breaking, and I'm going to be digging deep into that, just like I have with Where's Ruth and some of the other content. And I'm going to try and compile the evidence for you guys to check out. So look forward to a Clinton documentary. Also, I had made a video the day before Hillary Clinton announced she would not be running for president. Luckily for all of us, I think everyone was doing a happy dance. So let's go ahead and give that video a check out. But I think I'm going to make another video that highlights why she needs to be arrested. I know there's plenty of documentaries out there covering her past crimes, conspiracies, truthful and easy to verify Wikipedia, political history. But when we look at what Hillary Clinton's been doing, I think in the most recent case in 2016, there's overwhelming evidence of election fraud versus Bernie Sanders. And besides the Bernie Sanders issue, there was the Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who had given out the debate questions to Hillary Clinton's ahead of time. The whole connection with the Mueller investigation and with Ryan Cohen sitting on the bench testifying against Trump with his pre-doctored testimony with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. So to me, it's really apparent that we're going to dig right in there and find some corruption. The Mueller report set to release. I've already made videos on that content, and I think that those are going to be the next areas I go into. Now, there is a lot still to jump into regarding Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and that's primarily what most of my content has focused on. But again, if you guys want to check out some of the funny satire Ruth Bader Ginsburg content, that Where's Ruth game is, I think it's going to be the most hilarious thing ever. I have videos that got 20, 40,000 shares. And I think that that's really one that deserves to be spread around the internet. I think it's a funny satire, it's interactive, and it's going to bring people who maybe are forgetting about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Maybe it's going to introduce people who don't even know who she is to this movement that just wants to find the truth. So with that, I've also posted the latest pictures that TMZ put up. I think most of the people probably that are active right here in the chat have already seen those videos, but if you're checking in, please go ahead and give those a look too. So I'm probably not going to do any more live casts regarding Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but I am working on a couple of projects. So firstly, down in the description, as soon as this video is done, I'm going to add the Supreme Court calendar. And what's interesting is there's already been several days in March where she was back in session, and we should already be having new audio files coming out. Now, I think those are posted the month after, and the calendar is set the year before. So when you go to the website, you're actually looking at the 2018 calendar. Hey, Irish Guardian, thanks for Irish Asgardian. Awesome, thanks for stopping in. But with the Ruth Bader Ginsburg, sorry I got a little off track there. I'm trying to look at two different screens. One's really small, it's hard to read. But I don't think I'm going to jump back into Ruth Bader Ginsburg live streams, but I am working on a few things. So with that calendar up, I know that there's recent audio that's been going on, and I've already posted what was previously done in February. But as soon as they post the content from March, I'm going to go ahead and look into that, try and compile that together as well. I've been working on an audio compies where I'm going to cut out all of the extra talk happening in the longer audio ones, and I'm going to reduce it down just to what Ruth Bader Ginsburg says. And then I'm going to make a secondary piece that just does the previous one before her surgery, before the cancer assignment and the lobectomy, and compare that versus the first newest video. That's just going to be a quick 15-20-second video to maybe push out that maybe some of the audio is false. When you hear how labored her breathing is in the earlier video, and you hear her come back and she's just extremely coherent, she's not labored in breath, I'm just not buying it. So I want you guys to check that out. I'm probably going to work on that a little bit tonight, and hopefully it'll be up tomorrow. So again, look down in the description for the Supreme Court calendar, and I'm working with several other channels and creators that are on the same topic, and what they're doing is suggesting to the viewers that they try and either show up if they live in the area, or that they keep calling every day. So, you know, I keep hearing people say they're going to do it, so I think tomorrow's Monday, as long as it coincides with the Supreme Court calendar, I think I'm going to start calling some of the offices. I'm going to record the content. I'll even videotape it while I'm live on the phone so you guys can hear what happens. I don't think I'll do it as a live casting, but I will videotape it as I'm having that conversation for you guys. So look forward to that, but I don't think any of the more live casts until anything more significant comes up is going to be on Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But I do have a lot of content coming. I'm not going to stop digging into it, and I'm kind of tired of hearing other people say they will do something. And like you guys know who have been following me, that's why I even jumped up here, put myself out on YouTube, and decided to compile research, was for you guys. So again, down in the description, I'll leave links to a few of the key videos I think you should check out. But look forward to that. I'm probably going to try and call not only the courts, the different senators' offices. I think I'm going to start scouring the web, and maybe you guys should too, Twitter, for all of these other Supreme Court justices, and see if they've made any public statements indicating that, yes, she is in fact back. Maybe digging through her history, seeing what kind of people she hangs out with, her kids, try and follow everyone's Twitter, everyone's profile, and maybe I'm going to try and compile that. So let me know in the comments. Unfortunately, right now it's extremely small, so I can't see the actual type, but I will try and respond to those comments after in the comment section. And other than that, I think the next video, the next live cast that I make is going to be on the Mueller probe. I think it's going to be a nothing burger. I've already made a video on the topic, and with the flimsy amount of process crimes that have come forward for the different officials that were charged, and having 2 years to try and compile this evidence, to dig under every stone, and to only get a few small process crimes, which even Mueller himself reported some of those crimes should be reduced, the sentencing. So, I think what we're going to see, like what Senator Graham has proposed, is this open-ended Democratic view into the conservative side is about to get flipped around. And because Hillary and some of the other Democratic swamp has so much hiding, so much obvious in their history, I think it's finally going to be the end of Hillary Clinton. So that's probably going to be the real focus of my next content, my next live streams, unless any more information comes out about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. With that, I think I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Thank you guys for stopping in. I see Irish Asgardian, Dolores Dark, Rebecca Cox. So yeah, thank you guys for stopping in. I'm going to go ahead and already, if you haven't, go ahead and check down in the description. I linked all of the social media, and I just put out the Where's Waldo game in a very easy shareable format. So if you guys want to, if you think it's funny, please go ahead and engage with that. Take the polls, start engaging with the cards. As I'm a statistician by trade, the more you guys mess with that, the more it lets me know what kind of content you like anyways, what's really making you laugh. But I think, again, besides repasting the Where's Ruth hashtag and find Ruth, I think trying to introduce maybe some comedy into the situation. I mean, if you guys will see the video game is actually very neutral. It's not suggesting she's dead or alive. And a lot of people I've even showed that I know, personally in real life, aren't even aware of who Ruth Bader Ginsburg is. So, it might be a fun way. A lot of people know what Waldo is. It's probably the only video that I've ever seen on the internet that is a complete interactive game. So please check that out. Let me know what you think, and look forward to some of that content. So thank you guys for stopping in, and we'll see you again next time on the next Triggered Newscast. Have a good night.